gas cap open.
Yeah, you got to twist it quite hard to the right.
To the right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, dude. Hang on. Did you figure it out?
This guy's helping me out.
Cool. I don't know. This way.
Oh, thank you. So, Winston, we just got some petrol on our bikes.
Yes, so we just got these bikes. They're bloody awful.
It's called a KLX 150, so it's an Asian market Kawasaki. Hey, there's finally a cop at Kawasaki.
He's not doing anything.
I learned a little Vietnamese before coming here, which is nice. Anyway,
sure.
These bikes are bad. They're rentals, and they are just literally broken.
So, Seamilk,
yes.
What are your first impressions of this bike?
The clutch is screwed. It's incredibly small, and the tires are skinny. Yours are bald.
Yeah, mine. I got bald tires. At least yours aren't.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not to be a negative Nancy, but they're pretty bad.
Now I'm actually very disappointed. I thought we'd be getting nice KLXs, but we're getting like some wire held on. Nice.
We're about to go into some serious crap.
They're terrible, but you know, they are what they are. And we are going to tell you guys about our first impressions of Vietnam. I mean, you've been here before, twice, right?
Now, yeah. But it was years ago. The first time was in 2010, and the second time was in 2013. So yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, this is my first time here.
That building's cool. Yeah, I'll ask you first.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, the similarities between here and southern China are too great to ignore. It's pretty much the same place.
Aesthetically.
Yeah, the climate is the same. The vegetation is the same. People are, I hate to say it, but like you walk around and you see the people with their vegetables and the little stalls. It looks the same as southern China. You know, even so they're selling dog meat. You know, and it's
glossy dogs.
Yeah, it basically looks like Guangdong.
Yeah, absolutely.
In so many ways. The only difference, of course, is you see a lot of Western influence here.
Yeah, French.
Like the banh mi, which, by the way, I really like.
Yeah, it's good, right?
I think it's bloody awesome. It's basically like French bread with... it's basically a sandwich, like a Subway sandwich.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like a baguette with a bunch of meat and cheese and all that kind of stuff on it.
Yeah, exactly, which is something you don't find in China at all.
Right. So you pointed out some similarities, right? Where do you want to go? I want to get out of the chaos a little bit.
Well,
just have a little ride.
Just to go up there, then. Let's just keep going straight.
Anyway, you talked about the similarities, right?
Right.
And I'll agree with you that if they hadn't gotten rid of Chinese characters, you wouldn't really know that you're in a different country. Right?
Yeah.
But it's weird to see all this stuff that looks like China, but then you all, like, you know, the propaganda signs and stuff.
Yeah,
but then they're in letters.
Sickle. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Very communist looking. Now, the difference is, we're talking about aesthetics first, right?
Yeah.
The difference is, I've noticed, like you said, is the architecture. A lot of the stuff looks, even though it's very poor, we're in the capital, it's the richest part, but it's you can tell it's a poor country. People look like they care about their appearance quite a lot. Stuff is actually a little bit cleaner.
I would say there's probably a little bit more emphasis on maintenance than you find in China.
Maybe out of necessity.
Like fresh paint, you know?
Right.
See that a lot. See things being painted, which you don't see.
It's colorful.
Yeah. Southern China, they won't keep a place up, you know? They build brand new buildings all the time, but then they just leave it. They don't paint it, you know?
Right.
So yes, I think there's definitely a change there.
So let's go into the people. What have your first impressions been of the Vietnamese people that we've seen over the past few days?
Well, okay, here's the thing though. This is a very touristy place we're in right now.
Yeah, well, not this specific place.
No. But
where we were.
It's a touristy city. It's the capital city, so I'm taking it with a pinch of salt. It's as if I've arrived in Beijing, because you know Beijing's all about tourists, and you know there's a lot of service industry there. So the people are generally, you know, they're decked out to deal with foreigners, right? So here, the people have been incredibly nice and helpful and polite, and a lot of them speak English. And you know, it's been kind of like night and day, to be honest. Like when we stay in China, people are friendly and hospitable, but they they don't speak English. There's all these rules against foreigners, you know, where you have to, you know, you can't stay in certain hotels, or, you know, there's always a process. But here it's just like you walk in and they accept your credit cards, which you'd never get in China. They don't accept credit cards in smaller hotels. And like incredibly polite, lovely people, you know.
Right. Thus far.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, like you said, to riff off of like Chinese people. Your signal's on, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
To riff off of that, like, yeah, it's not that Chinese people in China are mean. It's just there's a Ferrari in Vietnam. How many dong does that cost?
Wasn't that a Maserati?
No, that was a Ferrari. So
we're gonna look back at the footage. I bet you it's a Maserati.
All right. Well, maybe we're both wrong, and it was an Aston.
Yeah. Actually, it was an Aston.
Yeah.
Aston Martin.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not that the people are any nicer here. It's like
What are you
the
doing?
general,
Yeah.
just the general feeling
Sure.
when I interact with people. It's not fake smiles like Japan. It's pretty genuine happiness, it looks like so far.
Sure.
People are very willing to chat with you. Like the guy at our hotel, he was just like, you can go here, and this is our dear leader, and like it's very communist here. But the people are quite humble, I guess, in comparison that I've noticed.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a cockiness in the air whatsoever.
That's something we're going to talk about, you know, once we've been here for a little while and observed a little more.
We are going to be here a while, so
yeah.
We'd like to get to know the place other than first impressions, but that's what this video is all about, right?
Pretty much.
It's chaos. It's nuts. I saw the traffic around 6 o'clock, and it made me want to kill myself. I thought we were, you know, getting used to riding in America, and that was kind of fun. But now we're back into the shit.
It's just like I feel like I've come home. You know what I mean? It's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
The amount of motorcycles is crazy, and it's like they're celebrated here, whereas in China they are demonized, right?
Correct.
And it's cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm enjoying it, and I would really like it if we could get out of this polluted city, though.
Right.
Because it's not great.
Now, in terms of, you know, we're going to talk about things later on when we get to know the situation and talk to people better about, you know, a little bit of the political situation and why, you know, China and Vietnam have such bad relationship, even though they're very similar.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff, and we're learning a lot immediately, which is really cool. I didn't think there'd be that many little things like talking points about it, but it's going to be fun, and we have a lot planned. But in general, just the feeling you get, there's only 5 communist countries left in the world, right?
Yeah.
I would say Vietnam feels more communist than China, and I would say China feels more like brutal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I'd say China feels way more restrictive.
Yes.
But yes, this feels more communist, but it feels more friendly. Whereas China feels more restrictive.
Right.
And
Just a little aside, when we were in the immigration thing to get our visa on arrival, the outfits that the police and soldiers are wearing is literally straight out of like 1920s Soviet Union.
Yeah, it is. It's just Soviet Union uniforms.
And and the propaganda signs don't look like Chinese style. They look like Soviet style.
Oh, dude, I've noticed a lot more hammer and sickles here.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but it's almost like it's just what people are used to. You know what I mean? Like they fought the revolution, they won the war against America.
Let's go straight.
And then now this is kind of just how things work. Whereas in China, it's almost like communism and socialism and authoritarianism is used as a tool of suppression and control.
Correct.
But we're going to get into that when we actually understand the situation. We might find out some horrifying things here. But so far, it's been really fun.
Yeah.
I don't like the food that much.
I'm going to disagree with you there.
Okay. I like the banh mi.
I love this guy going the wrong way on the highway.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good job, bro. You're doing a fantastic job.
I like the sandwiches.
Oh wait, this person's going the wrong way. Oh no, it's not. It's just turning. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, though, right? Coffee and French bread is a big part of the diet here.
It's good.
Okay. That's fantastic for me because I can just live on that. Coffee.
I like that part too, but
and beer. There's much better beer here.
Oh, everyone drinks. That's another thing. Kids are drinking beer at 10 p.m. You know, like teenagers after school.
Yeah.
You know, dudes are hanging out, women are hanging out, drinking and smoking. Whereas in southern China, people do drink, but they're usually from other areas of China.
Right.
And you don't usually see chicks hanging out on the street drinking beer. People are drinking beer at 10 a.m. with their breakfast baguettes.
I know, it's kind of interesting, but that's the thing to me is already, just the fact that coffee is a part of the culture is a massively good thing.
I love that.
In China, you know, coffee's a new thing. It's kind of a posh, poncy thing, you know.
Right. Everyone drinks coffee here.
Yeah, but everyone drinks coffee here like it's normal.
666 hostel. Why would you stay there?
I don't know.
Hopefully things open up.
Whoa.
You all right?
Yeah, no, a guy just turned into me, but I managed to avoid.
Welcome back to China. See the neighborhoods? They're kind of charming.
Yeah, I guess if you like filth.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think third, fourth, fifth tier cities in China can be more polluted and bad.
Oh, they're way worse. They're way worse.
You would see in China there would be much more trash here. There's trash here too.
Yeah.
But it looks a little more kempt.
Yeah,
we'll see. It'll probably get way worse.
Look, you know what it is? It's the fresh paint that I keep seeing.
It's really livens things up.
Fresh paint. Why doesn't China ever paint anything? You know?
I know, it's always that gray side, you know, that concrete.
It's never good.
This bike is very wobbly.
Yeah, no, my bike is not a very good bike. We chose poorly. Whoa, what are you doing there, lady?
That's actually part of this adventure travel thing that we do, is we got to stick with this shit. We always get screwed.
Yeah, we do. I must admit, this is probably going to be a little better than Prozzy's bike in Taiwan.
Okay, it's in better shape.
That's up for debate. Yeah, look at this fresh paint everywhere. It's cool.
Look at this bouncing orange tree. What are we naming these bikes?
I don't know. We demand a shrubbery.
That's a sunny day, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, what I was trying to say is, okay, it's very difficult to draw proper conclusions now.
That's why we're not going
because we're staying in Hanoi, which is the capital. Okay. It's where all the tourism stuff happens, right? We see tons of tourists all over the place, right? So only once we get out of the city, which is what we're planning to do within the next couple of days, is head way out.
Now.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to go stay and eat and
of course, go in the mountains, villages.
It. Then we can have a proper impression. But right now, I can say that I prefer, just in general, the food, as in the bread and the coffee stuff, and how easily available it is so far.
Sure.
Pho, you know, the watery
I don't like
noodles.
Pho, that's my problem.
I don't like it either. I've never liked it.
Right.
A lot of foreigners go on about how cool it is, but
I just think it's very simple food. I don't think there's anything to write home about. You just add your vinegar and chili and all that stuff into it to make it taste like your own thing.
It's kind of like Joe.
It's like you can make it at home.
It's like Joe, dude. It's the same as Joe, right?
Burning plastic. Oh, that burns my eyes.
Yeah, not very good.
That's rough. Okay, I changed my mind about the cleaner thing.
Yeah, well, look, let's face it. There's a ton of pollution all around us. It is very polluted. It's very, very polluted. But it's the same as in southern China.
It is. It's kind of gotten a little better in southern China. Mm-hmm. This is a little worse.
Oh yeah, no, Shenzhen is always pretty good. I always say that, and I've always been happy about that. But come on, man, this looks like an everyday Huizhou day.
Yeah,
you know,
it smells more like burning plastic, though.
Yes, it does. It does.
Anyway, our first impressions. I would say I'm interested. My interest is spiking. I want to see more of this place. Again, I think it's changed quite a bit because of all the industry that's moved in. And I'm interested to have my mind changed about anything other than banh mi, because it's the only thing I like so far.
I like banh mi and I love the coffee. It's freaking awesome.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our subscribers before we sign off on this rather convoluted first impressions video?
Whether you greet someone by saying hello, ni hao, or xin chao, we love you all the same. And I'd appreciate it if you guys... What do you guys think? Like, write down in the comments below. What do you think, just from the GoPro footage that you guys have seen? What do you think that you've noticed? Because honestly, our subscribers are more perceptive than we are, because we've lived in Asia.
Yeah, they see something that we would think's normal, right?
What have you spotted that is a glaring difference or a big similarity to China from our other videos? So let us know down in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, for sure. And whether you're an awesome person who enjoys polluting the environment, and where am I going with this? Let me try again.
Okay. Try again.
I'm going to leave that in.
Okay.
Whether you are someone who enjoys traveling to Vietnam, because let's face it, it's a hell of a lot easier to get to Vietnam than China. You don't need a visa. You know, you get visa on arrival. Even me, a South African,
right?
I could just you apply online, and then you arrive at the airport. You know, hand in your papers that you printed out from the internet, and 5 minutes later you've got your visa. Whereas China, it's a whole nother story.
Sure.
You know, it's like sending your passport into the consulate, waiting, and like tons of paperwork and blah blah blah. So whether you enjoy the freedom of traveling to a place like Vietnam, or whether you enjoy going to China, which is just a lot more effort, we love you all the same. So, you know, until next time, you know the drill. Stay awesome.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget, every single Monday at 1 p.m. EST, you can watch ADVChina. Click here for another one. Right up here, you can watch Lao 86 every single Monday at 1 p.m. EST. That's my channel. Right. I said that. Oh, so I'm sorry. Ready? One more time. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget, you can watch another ADVChina right below here. Click here for another one at Monday, 1 p.m. EST. Right above here, over here, my channel, Lao 86, you can watch every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST. And right below that, just in time for a beer, watch Winston on SerpentZA at 1 p.m. EST. Thanks.